Hi everyone, this is the This Grand Life Alpha 2.5 video, part 1, and in this video I'll be talking about looking for a date and dating a date. So the first two parts of the relationships feature that we'll be introducing. Okay, so first thing you'll notice is that there's a new button here, the social button, and next to the business button, and if we click on that, it will open up a new window where you can look for a date. Now if I hover over this here, down there you can see it says romantic interactions will start appearing at random locations next week. So I click on that, and then next week we'll start seeing romantic interactions appear. Now if I speed up the time, alright, end of week is a new week. Now if I go to different locations, you'll see that there's a new action that appears up here, stare intensely. So this is basically approaching someone to see if they are interested in a date. Now the action here is stare intensely, and down here it says the target is Marco Schaefer and success chance is 5%. So that's a very low success chance. Now if you fail in your interaction, then your fun will actually go down quite a bit. So you can't do these interactions too many times, otherwise your fun will crash and your happiness will crash as well, and it doesn't end very well. Okay, so if I go to Bannerland Mall, I've got another one here where I can ask a question. So this one has a 20% chance of success, and the target is Dandelions. So this is much more likely to succeed, although it's still only 20%. So you still have to go around quite a bit to actually find someone who is willing to date you. Alright, so let's try that. Okay, see, no date for you, and my fun drops by 20. Now I can try again, compliment outfit. Okay, so I have a date. It worked this time at the stock exchange. Okay, so once you've successfully found a date, then the name will appear here and the relationship here, and now you have a few options available to you. So if I click on the date button, you'll see here that a new window pops up with date details, and it gives you the location of the date, the time taken, how much money it will cost, how much your fun will change, and how much your relationship will change. Okay, so these numbers will change week to week. So some weeks you'll have a very good date, and some weeks you'll have a very bad date, and you can choose to accept or not accept the date depending on how you feel about it. So this one, time will only take 16 hours, which is not very long, and the relationship changes almost 10, and the fun is quite decent as well. So this is actually a pretty good date. So I'm going to accept it just to show you what happens. So I'll accept the date, and you can see it teleports me to Oud Zewd, which is where the date said it was. And you can see the relationship changed by 9.5, and it took my money away as well for how much the date cost. And yeah, so if you can see the button's grayed out now, which means you can't go on another date this week. Now if I make time go past, and so it ends up being next week, I can go on another date. So if I click on that, this time the date is at Chick Eatery. It takes 31 hours, which is twice as long as our last one, but it only costs about 50% less than the other one, which was $600. It was $600 before, and so you can see these variables change, and you have to decide if you can fit the date in your schedule, and whether it's worth the money and time investment to gain what you gain from it. Okay, something else you can do is you can call, which uses 10 hours and improves your relationship a little bit, and you can also gift. Now what your gifting is, when you click on this, when it becomes available, you'll be gifting your collectibles. So with a lot of the relationship things, the more wealthy you are, the more money you have, the more money you need to use to impress your date, basically. So if for example this person has very low wealth, $343 to their name, and no possessions, they don't need to spend a lot to impress their date. So if for example they gift a gold necklace, then compared to the amount of wealth they have, a gold necklace is very expensive, and so the relationship increase will be very high. Whereas for someone who's really rich, a gold necklace won't increase the relationship as much. So a lot of things in relation to the social aspect of the game, like relationships and family, are affected in this way, where the richer you are, the harder it is to impress your date. Okay, so alright, so with the social part, if you increase the relationship enough, eventually, I'll just load this game here. Alright, so eventually what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to propose to your partner. So if you look at this one, propose, click to propose to this person. Engagement ring cost $800. So I have $800 and my relationship is quite high, which means I can do this. So what I'm going to do is propose. It takes some of the money away from my engagement ring, and now I can marry this person. Now, for marriage, it uses 20 hours and it costs over $3,000, which I don't actually have the money for right now. So in this case, I would have to save up the money or take out a loan or something like that in order to marry this person. Okay, so that's all I'll talk about for now. In the next video, I'll talk about starting a family and raising children, and also this update will be on the Steam test branch for about a week before I actually do that, just to make sure everything's okay, because it is a pretty big feature, so I want to clear out any issues before releasing it to everyone else. Okay, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.